Hey dphog, so today we are bringing you another directing video. It seems that this is quite a hot topic for photographers, how to direct and work with your crew and specifically your model. In the previous one, it was an overview of the entire process. If you haven't seen that one yet, please have a look at it before you get onto this video. It'll be good for you to have that overview before getting here. So today we are focusing specifically on the relationship between the photographer and the subject. You can see it immediately when a photographer doesn't have a very easy rapport with the subject. I think in a lot of things, meeting any new person and having a new person in your space and developing an immediate rapport is most certainly not an easy thing to do. Sometimes it takes months to build a relationship. Your job as a photographer is to accelerate that process and build that relationship within an hour. It is something that you will learn and that you will evolve with experience. Shooting with Georgina, a very inexperienced model. She's only had 3 or 4 test shoots and she is only 15 years old. So all of that adds up to a relatively difficult situation for most people. You'll see that Dionne is with Georgie on the shoot, but I'm not going to spend too much time focusing on Dionne because it's really interesting focusing on an inexperienced 15-year-old in front of the camera and making high demands of them. So the day had to start out with a lengthy conversation, getting to know each other. I spent the best part of half an hour, 45 minutes just chatting to Georgie, asking to see pictures of herself that have already been taken and discussing these pictures, showing her pictures of my work and discussing my work with her, finding out what her hopes are with regards to her modeling career. What does she hope to achieve with it? What are her fears? What are her dreams? What are her experiences? Where's she been in life? Where's she hoping to go to in life? How do her parents feel about this new career that she's stepping into? Have a good laugh about how her dad feels about it, because I'm sure for any father out there with a young daughter that's going into a career like this, it's a testing time. It's probably not easy to have a look at your daughter and all of a sudden see her as a woman, and a desirable woman at that, and she's only 15 years old. It's got to be a confusing time for the whole family. So get into that. That's important. That's what you're doing here today. You need to get that out in the open so that you've got a platform for conversation. And once you've gotten to know each other a little bit, find out what your boundaries are, but only after you've gotten to know each other. Set a tone for the day. Make conversation a two-way street, and then come the boundaries. What are you comfortable with? What are you not comfortable with? Now, please, yes, I'm shooting with a 15-year-old here. It doesn't mean to say that you're shooting with a 15-year-old. Whether you're shooting with an 18-year-old, a 20-year-old, a 25-year-old, a 30-year-old, everyone has boundaries. So this is relevant to absolutely everyone. I am just showcasing with you an extreme example. Even if you're a female photographer with a female subject on the other side, this isn't exclusively for male photographers speaking to female subjects. So this is relevant to the ladies chatting to the ladies. Anyone needs to have a rapport. Anyone needs to be able to strike up a conversation, and it is difficult for anyone. It doesn't just automatically qualify you because you're a female photographer. You're going to have a great rapport and you are going to have an easy time of shooting people. All it means, the only advantage that you have, is that the subject is naturally more comfortable with you. as a woman. Ultimately, I think what comes out of all of this is that we created a comfortable environment for everybody involved in this shoot by being respectful, by having good conversation, by being honest, and by establishing our boundaries. We all now knew the playing field, and we now had a little bit of history. We could now crack a few jokes with each other. We could talk about Georgie's future. We could laugh at the two old heads on the set and how much they've been through. Make jokes about Georgie and her boyfriend and her dad, which is always a contentious issue when it comes to young models. We could have honest and heartfelt insights for Georgie. We could offer a lot of wisdom for her, offer things that really only experience can bring. And I think all of this added up to a great day on set. Outside of that, we must still make mention that Georgie had a great wingman in Dionne. It's quite amazing when you look at some of these pictures and you realize that Dionne is twice Georgie's age, but looks absolutely phenomenal and comfortable next to her. I don't know who I should be more proud of, Georgie or Dionne, but I mean, for both of them, wow, two incredibly beautiful women that were really offering everything that they had to give the shoot. And it shows when you do your work as a director and you make everyone comfortable on set. I think most of your battle is won and your creativity becomes a lot easier. You're not wrestling with all of the distractions in your mind when it's not a comfortable space. I mean, think about good friends and partners. Things come easy and are more comfortable when you're in that environment. So that's the point, I guess, of all of this, is to learn how to establish fast, trustful and respectful relationships on set. And what I do need to go into over here, which I just want to touch on, and do yourself a favor and go and research more about it, but it is the masculine gaze and the feminine gaze. And you need to be aware of the difference of these two, so that, especially the male photographers out there, you can practice to see the feminine gaze better, to see with a feminine gaze better. So essentially, the masculine gaze is a very simple thing, as everyone knows. We are quite simple creatures. The feminine gaze, on the other hand, is quite a bit more complicated. She has two ways of seeing herself. Firstly, she looks at herself with the masculine gaze and she judges herself with the masculine gaze. Secondly, then, she will also judge herself with a feminine gaze and be critical about who she is from a feminine perspective. So, ladies, you're very tough on yourselves. Guys, well, I guess we probably the less intelligent of the species. So herein lies the dilemma. Social media today has taught so many women out there even to forget the feminine gaze. And it's so self-evident in all of these really banal selfies where ladies are standing there mostly and pouting at a camera in an outfit that's 2 sizes too small. It's just blatant, glamorous exposition, easily consumed and easily forgotten. There's absolutely nothing more to it. There is no intent to connect with a feminine gaze or a masculine gaze on anything more than a superficial level. I would encourage you, please, to spend more time understanding what the feminine gaze is about and building more of a feminine gaze, a combination of the masculine gaze and the feminine gaze, to build that into your work and make your work a lot more interesting. If this has been helpful, I'm glad, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please go and like, subscribe, and share our work with everyone else out there so that we can keep bringing you more insightful videos from the real working pros. Until next time, see you again and enjoy the shoot.